Jim Harbaugh, the Michigan coach, interviewed yesterday on signing day, college signing day, with the Minnesota Vikings. According to reports, thought he was going to be offered the job and was ready to take it, according to reports. And he wasn't offered the job and then promptly told the University of Michigan that he's staying. He said, I'm staying there here as long as you guys will have me, meaning at Michigan. And he said, this will not be a regular occurrence where every year you have to worry about me. Is he going to the NFL, so on and forth, so forth. He's like, no, I'm yours as long as you'll have me. Rob, I think he means it now.
You got no choice.
But I think he was ready to take that job. Chris. Unless he used them, which I don't think. At one point, I thought he may have used Minnesota or any NFL situation to try to get a bigger contract now from Michigan.
But Chris,
and I'm guessing, have there been reports? I'm guessing he's going to get a bigger contract.
But the only problem is
I think he was going to take. I think he was going to take that Minnesota. Right. That's what makes me think you were going to take the Minnesota
because
job.
You hurt yourself.
Because you don't do that on signing day.
No,
absolutely. You hurt yourself.
You hurt yourself. If I'm a recruit, really, I'm going to Michigan. I don't even know who's going to be the coach. The coach is on a job interview, Chris. In Minnesota.
In the NFL, right.
Seriously, if you told me, like, if there was beforehand and talk and not really interviews, do you know what I mean? Like, he really thought he had that cheddar, that gas, that oh, my God, the Vikings were just going to fall over and go, Jim Harbaugh. Right. Oh, my God, what? We could get him?
Which, look, he's got a great record in the NFL. I think it's 44, 19, and 1. Yeah. But still, I mean, the league has changed a lot since you were in it. Right? And you haven't shown me at Michigan that you're some offensive guru.
Right. I mean, I think, Chris, overall, yes, his stock bounced back up last year because of what Michigan was able to do, right? Right. But overall, I think his stock went down a little bit. Jim Harbaugh.
You mean because of this episode?
Just where he was in his career. Like nobody was knocking. There was 7 jobs open. There were, how many jobs? 7, 8. Nobody was knocking the door down for Jim Harbaugh. That's what I'm saying.
No, you're right. And it's just a different, things have changed since he was in the league. But you make a good point because, and that was my thing. Look, it was great what you did this year. You got to the playoff. I mean, congratulations, heck of an achievement. But you have not now, and I agree. I do believe, and Martin tried to come on here last night and, talk some smack. I do believe he brought them back to national relevance, Rob. They're a perennial top 15 team now. But I don't think that's the job. I don't think you've finished the job. And I'm not even saying you have to win a national championship. That's going to be tough. But I do think you have to get to where Ohio State is. I think you have to, every year we expect Ohio State to be right there in the hunt.
Right. And
in the preseason, they're going to be in the top 5 pretty much every year.
What I say, Ohio State's coming back for that ass. Don't get it twisted.
Right. No doubt they are. And C.J. Stroud might be the best quarterback in the country. That boy's bad. And so, yes, that's where Michigan has to get to. Where every year, preseason, top 5 team. Every year, you're thinking they're going to be in the playoff. And you're surprised when they're not. Win a national championship or not, you're thinking they're going to be. That's where you have to get the Wolverines. And he hasn't done that.
He hasn't gotten them there. Not at all.
No. And I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see what his recruiting class is like. Rob G, look up the rankings.
Ain't no way that could be a top recruiting class with so much, so much.
It might have been at one point, maybe a month ago.
You know what I mean? He might have had people drop out and change their mind.
Michigan finished number 9 according to 24/7 Sports.
Number 9
in the top 10. I'm surprised. Wow.
I'm not surprised, but I just the stunt. I don't want to call it a stunt, but to interview for another job on signing day, that can't help, man.
Well, just to put it into perspective, because these rankings are all subjective, but Texas A&M, which is number 1, had 7 5 stars and 19 4 stars. Michigan, 1 5 star, 12 3 stars.
See?
Wow.
No, but that makes sense. That makes sense, Rob G, to me, that they didn't get that many people because there's too much flux and too many question marks.
A lot of that was probably done before Harbaugh began entertaining NFL offers. Rob G, does it have a date on there? Or
no, it doesn't say the dates, but it's telling that of the teams in the top 15, they have the most 3 stars. So everybody else is getting a lot more high profile. No, it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So
that's right, 5s and
higher
4s.
5s and 4s, and they kind of did a lot of doubles rather than stars.
Right.
It was a stand-up double.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes.
So, Rob, what do you expect from Harbaugh going forward in Michigan?
Not much, to be honest. I think it'll just be maybe he'll be legendary.
You think they basically go back to what they were a couple years ago?
Like they'll win enough games to satisfy the alumni. Remember, Bo Schembechler got a statue. I don't know how much longer it's going to be after they paid out all those billions, $500 million or whatever they paid out. For
that's
that
interesting.
Terrible
for
scandal,
that doctor,
Chris.
that perverted doctor.
Who was the team doctor, that Bo's doctor. Plain and simple. Can't call him anything else. But anyway, there's a statue of him, Chris. They never won anything. They won Big Ten titles, but that was it. Never a national title. And he's revered. They love him. Bo Schembechler.
Look, Rob, I grew up mostly in Ohio. Never in Michigan, but Michigan was a great program.
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, Bo Schembechler was a legend. They didn't win. You're right. They didn't win a national
Michigan and
championship.
Ohio State, Chris.
Right.
You know that.
Right. So I get why he's got the statue, even though he never won the national championship. But
I'm saying Harbaugh could have that career. He played there. He was a star quarterback. He played for Bo. He has a lot of the boxes checked. Right. So if they're relevant, if they win 8, 9, 10 games every year, they go to bowl game, win bowl games every so often, he could keep coaching. I think Jim Harbaugh's 58 years old, Chris. So I think he's 58. So could he coach another 10 years at Michigan?
Oh,
Sure.
easily. But I think, as you said, when they hired Harbaugh, they're expecting more than 9 or 10 wins a year and a bowl game.
No,
they're expecting playoffs.
Yeah, they want to be in the playoffs, and they want to win a championship.
Yeah. So Jim Harbaugh. So you think he's a lifer then at Michigan now?
Yeah, I thought that was his best chance, Chris, to get back into the NFL. The longer you stay out, you become a relic, a dinosaur. And, they're hiring all these younger coaches in their 30s. He's going to be 60 soon. I just think the window will close on him. He won't get back in. And he'll be a lifer at Michigan.
But if he got him to the playoff again, I think he'd have another shot.
Well, maybe you're right. But I just think also it's about winning a national championship. And when we saw them against Georgia after their awesome season, Chris, they got their heads handed to them.
Right. I think, Rob, that he's better off at Michigan.
You said it the whole time. You thought he should stay.
I think he can have, like you said, he can have that job for as long as he wants it. Barring some unreal
scandal or something.
Yeah, scandal or just several 4-win seasons or something that's not likely to happen.
Right.
NFL, unless you turn your team around, and it's not easy to do. Unless you start winning on the level of a Sean McVay or Belichick. You know what I mean? And he did it at San Francisco. And even then, it didn't work out.
With the ownership.
Right. Even then, it only lasted 4 years.
Right.
But unless he does something like that again, you're kind of hired to be fired. So I just think the stability is at Michigan.
Yeah, but,
and that's
but
why
if
I
he
think
has
it's a better
some,
situation.
but if he has some down years, they never could win a national championship. I mean,
But I don't think he has to win a national championship.
Really?
I mean, I think it'd be it's like to stay there.
Not to stay there, but for your coaching career. Like you never won. You were in the Super Bowl.
No, I think
like
it'd be
at some
better.
point.
Yes.
At some point, you could look at him and go, Jim Harbaugh, for all that he had done, Chris, he never won a championship. Like. I think he's one of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously your personal goals, that's always what it is, to win the Super Bowl, win the national championship. But I'm saying if he has Michigan in a position where every 3 or 4 years they're in the playoff, every year they're battling Ohio State for the Big Ten title, and they lose to Ohio State here and there, but beat them every now and again too, I think that will... Like, he'll be regarded as one of the top coaches in the country if he does that. And I think Michigan will be satisfied, although they won a title.
Yeah, I agree. With college football, he could get away with that scenario. But if they, I don't know, get drilled by Ohio State and Michigan State beats them some more, you know what I mean? Like a couple of years ago when it was really bad, I think people could sour on him again and say it was just a 1-year fluke and it only worked one time and we're kind of back to where we were. We're not really in the conversation for the college football playoff. We're losing to our rivals, Michigan State and Ohio State, and Notre Dame beats us once in a while. You know, like people will be like, what have we really done here?